everyone. So we are in The Sims 4. Today is my very first speed video build. I have never done these before and I'm just like really nervous. I've been having constant issues with internet, and since it's spring we've been having constant rain and we've been having constant power outages, and I think we're back in stock as well. But however, when I was recording this video, I did lose power for a couple of minutes. Luckily, I have my PS5 on battery backup, so nothing really happened to that, but I lost everything on my computer. Luckily, my recording paused itself and I didn't have to pick up where I was last at, or I would just say screw it. I started this around 12 o'clock and now it's like 2 in the morning, so hopefully I can get this posted for you guys, hopefully tomorrow morning. But it looks like we're actually in the kitchen. A little inspired at this house build that I made. It reminds me a lot about my childhood. I was raised in an older home. Maybe was made about in the 20s or 30s. But it was kept adding on. This home is something that I would not mind living in. It's beautiful. It's one story, and that's something that I was raised in too. I was raised in a farmhouse that we had one story. We didn't have many things. The weird thing is, one of the rooms that we do have here, we have a streaming room, which you wouldn't have in real life, but I always like to put grand things in. Now the sim that's in here is not going to be staying in here. It'll be actually my real life sim that I'm putting in for a new LP. But right now I'm just using him for, whatever, for like testing purposes. But it looks like we're in the bedroom right now, and I usually grab everything out and try to figure out if I want to change stuff around. Right now I actually did not change anything around, but I like to grab everything out, throw everything in the front yard, and whatever I feel like would work, I usually bring out, and hopefully it will work, and if it doesn't, I put back in. I'm having a hard time with this bedroom. When I make my stuff, I like to make it realistic. A lot of the plants, though, however, isn't realistic. It looks pretty, it doesn't look that bad, but I'm going to be getting rid of all the basic plants from The Sims 4 and be redoing the front yard. It did turn out, however, pretty nice when it was finally done. We're still trying to bring in the realism. Now, this is part 2, and there will be another part. Hopefully, the final part will be part 3. Hopefully. So another reason why this is going so fast is because it was at an hour and 50 some minutes, and I literally had to cut and trim everything down. Another reason why I am not doing a pre-recording and with my voice and my camera this time is because my internet has not been working as well as it should be. So I think we have some bad weather coming in as well, so that could be another reason why our internet has been very unstable. So we're hoping for, when spring hits, we're hoping that fiber optics does come in my area. But if you guys haven't really realized, we're now in the kitchen again, and I go around everywhere when I do my building. I don't just stay in one room. I go in one room and I go in another room and I go everywhere, because that's how I add things and that's how I make it look really good. If you stay in one room and you work with one room, and then if you all of a sudden say, oh, where's that other thing? Where is it? Then you actually misplace it, right? Also, I've been really, really busy. My husband and I, we've just gotten a new family member in our family. His name is Otis, and he is very early. We should have gave him an extra week to maybe grow a little bit more, but we thought it was time for him to come home. If you guys don't know this, I do have service animals. I have severe PTSD from losing my father at the age of 6. So because of that, I do have service animals. They're not ESA animals, they're service animals, and they're cats. So around 7 to 8 weeks, they are best to be trained at that time. If they're not, then then it's very hard to raise them. And I didn't get my girl cats until they were past that time, so they don't like going out. Garfield, however, loves to go out, and he loves to enjoy himself. So that's something that I really take consideration. So we have Otis, and that's it. I no longer want any more cats. We found him, and we knew he needed a house and he needed a home, so he got that home. See, look, more realistic. We're back in the kitchen here. You need your KitchenAid machine, guys. If you're building in The Sims 4, I know it doesn't work, you still need a KitchenAid machine. I'm sorry, guys. If you have one in real life, you need to add one in your game as well. And I love that kitchen. I would definitely be cooking in that kitchen. It's beautiful. It actually screams farmhouse. I do see a little bit of an oopsie there. I'm gonna have to fix that again when I do my next video. And my next video, I'm hoping I can get it all done tomorrow as well. And then it takes a couple days for it to be done. Now I am actually using Adobe Premiere Rush. It's because I can't afford the Adobe Premiere, but actually it works pretty well, and you really don't have to pay anything for it. So that's very, very nice. And there's some things in there that I've never really knew that you can actually use. So that's pretty cool, actually. But see, there's a lot of realistic stuff in this house, and there's a lot less windows in this home as well. So my story with this house is part of it has been added on. So where the kitchen was, there it would not be anything behind it, but because years went by and families get bigger when years go by, the family who was there, I really like that pump there, but I don't know if it actually would work. Not pleasing, but I don't know if it would work real life. I know that's something that we used to have as a kid at a family farm's house, and they would still have the normal taps, but they would have the old pump there as a decoration. I think I might put it back there. That kind of screamed a little bit of my childhood. But we're literally trying to finish this kitchen. I'm literally freaking out. Oh, and we've literally moved into the streaming room. So we have a streaming area for the streaming room, but we also have a main computer as well. So your Sims can play or can do whatever you guys got to do. If it's Corona or COVID and you don't really want to go anywhere, you can still go out places. Now this second area for a desk turned out pretty good. I guess we skipped from that. We're now back in the bedroom here, and I actually got rid of that mirror, but I'm going to get another mirror in there eventually, and maybe a couple more family photos on that wall. I don't know yet. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to build this farmhouse, and I use a lot of mods, but because I have a better laptop, it actually handles better, so that's nice. Oh, we're back here. We're actually working on the and I like white. I don't know why. I've never really liked white when I was younger, but I really like it now. It seems like it's clean and collective, but I love bright colors. So it never screams that it's not supposed to be there, but I just love it. So I don't know. I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. I'm trying to basically look at things and trying to figure out things. I thought I installed an RVSN calendar where you can actually put your family photos on it. I guess not. I'm gonna actually have to reinstall that because I need that for that office / streaming area. I'm actually trying to add some stuff behind that Mac. I no longer use iMac or anything else like that anymore. I'm mainly a PC kind of girl, but because of that, I still like to add the pleasing stuff that I used to, and it adds more realism to it. I was going to add a little pillow to that chair, but I guess that didn't work. So, and go back to the kitchen. I want to add a little extra thing there, so that's good. Still looking at the pillows, seeing if I can find something, but I guess it's just not working. See, and this is how I build. I build quickly, and I build fast, and I build really, really efficient, if you want to say. And I've been playing The Sims 4 since the day it first came out. I've been playing The Sims since the first day it came out on 95 or 98. I think it would be probably around that era. But I know I've been playing all the Sims games from the day that they first came out. I wanted to move some of those books. It looks like I could have left one of those other books there and it would have looked much nicer. But I want to eventually get a PS4 or PS5 in this game as well, because if you guys don't know this, I'm a gamer as well. And that's the stuff that I do add. I add things that I can use in real life. And I like to make my homes a little bit perfect. And that's what I like to do. But anyways, it looks like we are adding a little bit of kids' toys. Now, this is something I love to do, is I love to add stuff to the living room. So if there's kids and they're there, they can always play when the parents are watching TV or when the family's watching TV. It's not like the kids are supposed to not be seen, not heard. That's the old era. Now, I believe kids should always be around everyone. So younger children should always be there. I was going to put that there, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. I have an idea now, I think. I don't know if it'll work, though. I was going to add this because I really love the rug. The rug screams like Western family, country-esque. But I figured out that the rug was going to stay. I was going to change the rug eventually, but then I thought, no, we'll not change it. I like it. It's kind of cute. It's kind of grew on me. So I'm just trying to look around for some better stuff. I actually decided to stay with some game stuff until I can get some better mods. I'm gonna have to look for a different couple modded things. And see, this thing is I usually do the flooring later or after. I don't like to do it during the build because I like to add whatever, and then if I want to add a certain kind of floor and I don't have that flooring, I can't just add one thing and say, okay, it's done, and I would just totally get bored with it. So what I usually do is I literally just leave it alone and I just let it go. My walls, however, that's something that I have always have used. So, but yeah, we're back in the streaming room, and look how good that actually turned out. I did realize that there's not any lights in those other two rooms. So we have to add lights. So we're just adding some, looked like it was Peacemaker's siding, which I loved. And then I thought, no, we're going to get rid of some of the siding and I want to add some of the things. Oh, there's a picture of Otis. That was just to show you guys that I just did have a power outage right there and I lost everything. But that picture of Otis, if we go back, that is my service animal. That's the new service animal. And I thought I'd just throw a picture of sleeping Otis in there as well. So that was kind of cute. It looks like we're now at the front yard and we're working on the front yard. And this is something that I didn't really know what to do. I didn't know if I want to add bushes or if I wanted to add plants. And I wanted to add something that made it look a little bit nicer. Yeah. I love animals, by the way, guys. I was raised around a lot of animals as a kid. And another favorite plant I love is lilac. So I put lots of it in lots of my builds. That's a little bit trademark of myself, though, that I add that. And I love lilacs. Then I was thinking about if I wanted to add a little bit more privacy hedge, and I did eventually. I don't know if you'll actually see. I was going to add those, and I didn't really like that. I do got to get another mod, too, that you can actually add stuff outside of the grid, and you can actually paint outside the grid and add, like, stuff outside the grid. I'm going to have to reinstall that and put it back in my game. If you guys don't realize this, I literally just removed a lot of stuff. I was talking to Mikey when I was doing this too, a good friend of mine. We'll talk a little bit that, and but I was adding stuff while I was talking to him, and that's pretty cool. Like, we're literally still adding. I literally had a hard time figuring out if I wanted to keep the Canadian style build or if I wanted to use a little bit of the Western theme. I literally went back into the gameplay really quick and switched it over to the summer to make it look a little more livelier, because apparently springtime you do not have your flowers and stuff bloomed, which is very weird. It's nice though, because it actually screams a lot more realism in the game's structure as well. So it looks like we're adding some plants right here, and eventually I'm going to add those to the red, and I didn't like that, so I put it to that because I actually like the texturing on that. it looked a little bit better. I put a hedge there, but I did not put any more flowers. But I did leave some white flowers underneath the hedge. It makes it a little bit more cleaner and looks more cleaned up. So I did realize that I forgot to do that as well at the front and the side hedges, so we'll have to do that as well. So here is some lighting. We should always have lighting going into your driveway. We're just cleaning this stuff off right here. We're just getting rid of all this stuff right now because we really don't need it. We just got rid of the Elgato by accident, and we're going to have that put there because, you know, I'm a streamer as well, so you always need it as well. It looks like the house is actually starting to look pretty nice. I really like it. I've also realized that the lights here that I had, which do work by the way, were a little bit big, so I made them a little bit lower down. I've also figured out that there was a side, and we are coming up to the end of it.